Hey guys, triple frap. Triple mocha frappuccino. See, I've been drinking it for a while. I could make love to this thing. Oh my God. So, make a quick video here. You might see me twitch a little. It's because my rotator cuff in my shoulder is giving me problems. And when it does, it sends pain, like a dull pain up into the base of my neck. And it goes down my back too to my sciatica. Anyway, moving on. That was our medical moment here on News Now Ukaipa. This guy named Walter commented on the Costa Mesa video, and he put a book. I'm not going to remove the comment. I'm going to dissect it. I'm going to leave it up for all you guys to read so you can go see what I'm reading, but I'm going to dissect it for you here first. So I went to Walter's YouTube channel, and I was not surprised that he had 0 videos up. No videos, but this guy's an expert on auditing and cop watching. Yeah, because he's watched a lot of videos, man, but he's never got out there and done it. See, I can talk about being a cop or being law enforcement because I've been through a couple academies. And in doing so, I did some ride-alongs with the cops. While I was in the police academy in Texas, I was doing a ride-along with this other officer. So I've actually gone out there in the field, as they say, and put in work. I've actually gone to the police academy. I've read the books they're reading. We had our handbook for traffic laws. Texas traffic laws was like this thick. It had like 580-something traffic laws. We had to memorize them all in portions. But oh my God. So, I've gone out there and I have the experience. So when I talk, when I criticize law enforcement, you guys go, "You're a cop hater." No, he's doing it wrong. I know, because I've been out there. I know what it's like to do public service. I know what it's like, I know how to look up laws and read laws and interpret laws, because I did it. I had to do it to pass the academy. I scored a 90-something, I forget now. It was in the 90s, maybe even 95. On the level 1 peace officer certification in Austin, Texas. That's where you take the test. You drive over to Austin. You take the test at the State Building Testing Center. And this was back in 1999. 98? No, 99, I think. Yeah, 99. It must have been 1999. So it's been a while. But let's go to Walter and let's look at his comments. Now, on Golden Pond, Walter was a fish. Here, it's not a whole lot different. So Walter says, "Auditors, wink, wink." He does this twice. He'll put wink, wink. Oh, wait, 3 times. Or is it 4? I don't know. We'll get to it. At least, I see at least 3 times he goes wink, wink. Was there some inside joke we don't know about, Walter? So Walter says, and I'm not going to play Eddie English and correct his grammar, but this first sentence, you're going to see why I say that. I'm not going to do it. I'm tempted. "Auditors and their minions wants all of you, or all you." Maybe he's from New York. Is Walter from New York? "Auditors and their minions wants all you." I'm trying to talk like Dice Clay. "Auditors and their minions wants all you viewers to believe they have your best interest at heart." I do have your best interest at heart. I do. I'm out here for you guys, literally for the community around me where people live, to make sure that they're treated with respect. The only time I don't respect police officers is when they don't respect me. And my thing is, you get what you give. So I'm making sure that officers, law enforcement officers, and public officials treat people right. And if you do that, you'll get treated right. See, all you cops that I've cussed out and flipped you off, you know why? Because you get what you give. Better look in the mirror. I always look in the mirror. I try to correct myself. I say, maybe I shouldn't have did that. I went a little over top on this one. But I did it in response to what I got. But I do have your best interest at heart. The truth is that this is not even in their minds. Wow. You know what's in my mind? Quaid. I'm going to be a little silly in this one. Please bear with me. I'm not your normal guy. I'm twisted. I'm strange. But isn't it much more entertaining that way than just be some guy who talks? Huh? Bueller. So, but how do you know what's in our minds? Am I gonna be rich in 2025? Tell me, please. So it says, now that the Houston Police Officers Union President Joe Gamaldi spanked all auditors. He spanked us, huh? He didn't spank us. He ran his mouth. On national TV, they will all try real hard to put distrust and division toward the police and governmental agencies, and even the military, in your minds, even harder now more than ever before. Even harder now more than ever before. I'm trying to figure that out. No, we're not trying to put distrust and division toward the police and governmental agencies. I guess, I don't know. But no, we're not trying to make you guys out there distrust the police. I'm not. I know a lot of people aren't. We're just trying to, let's move on. Know this. Here we go. Know this. Number one. They go into the police stations and government agencies with their cameras blazing. Whoa! Cameras are blazing. I'm sorry, I told you guys I'm going to be silly on this one. With their cameras blazing and start filming just to get a negative response so they can put it on YouTube and show you how bad they all are. He's talking about the cops, how bad the cops are. No, we don't go in with cameras blazing to get a negative response. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I'm going to be redundant here in this one sentence. Who is guilty of grabbing a hold of the hook? The fish or the fisherman? And by the way, we're not going in there for a negative response. We're just filming, man. I'm sure that everybody that works in a police station or a government agency is over 21 years old. I'm hopefully positive at least 98, 97% of them are. Maybe there's some interns or some people that are 19 or 20 that just started working there. But I'm sure that most or practically all of them are over 21 years old. That means they make their own decisions. They do what they will by their own, what's the word I'm looking for? Cognizance? Maybe not, but by their own, they make their own choices. Get some of this, man. Wake up. They make their own choices. We're not telling them, hey, give me a negative response in the camera. Hey, asshole, look. Okay? Now, I understand that there are some auditors, and I've seen their videos, that go in and start barking at people and calling people out. And okay. You know why you hear me not say anything to cops? Because I don't want, and I'm going to get back to that in a second, because you're going to say, you do say stuff. I'm going to get back to that. But when I first go up there and I start filming, you know why I'm just narrating to you guys, but I'm not saying anything to the officers? I'm narrating to you just to kind of keep you interested in the video so that you're not just sitting there watching silence. But I don't say anything to the officers because I don't want them, I don't want to, I can't think. It's bad when you're winging it and you didn't write anything down. But I don't want to contaminate, let's say, that interaction. Whatever the officers say to me, they're initiating. They're saying it to me. I haven't said a thing. I'm standing there silently. I'm talking to you guys under the camera, and I'm filming them. Whatever they say, they initiate. Now, when I do say stuff to the police, it's always in response. Like the cop may go, get back. Hey, get back. Well, I'm back 20 feet. Supreme Court said a reasonable distance. And then he puts a light in my face. Then I start saying, hey, punk, get to work, asshole. I didn't initiate that, is what I want to say. So this guy says you go in there to get a negative response. No, a lot of auditors are simply standing there filming, and they get an initiation. The law enforcement officers initiate the interaction and go off and act negatively on their own. Okay, I'm trying to keep this short, but I don't know if I can. I'm gonna keep it as short as I can. It's gonna be quite lengthy. So we're not trying to show you how bad cops are. Cops are bad sometimes because they have a badge and they have to be an authority and they have to tell you what's up. That's why those corrections officers, when they do audits at corrections facilities, that's why the corrections guys come out and start telling them, don't go on here, don't go over there, you can't film over here, you can't, because they're used to directing people. Walk the line. Oh, hands out, grab a fork. Hey, grab that. Go put that tray over there. They're used to doing that. So when they come out to the auditors, they're used to doing that. Auditors ain't doing anything. They're not saying, hey, give me a negative response. They're doing that on their own. So you're wrong on that point. Moving on. Oh, I love this one. I love this one. Ask yourselves this. What would you do if someone came into your home and started to film you and your family? I'd beat his fucking ass and kick him out the door with a face full of pepper spray. However, police stations, sheriff's office, FBI office, these are not homes with families. It's a public tax-paid building where public officials are working, and there's a thing called matters of public interest. The public has a right, because they pay taxes for that, to know what's going on in there and who's working in there. If someone's in there taking money for overtime that they're not working, they're stealing from taxpayers. They have a right to know that. So this thing about, what if I filmed your house? Well, this isn't your house. This is a tax-paid government building that you're working in. There's a thing called matters of public interest. We have a right to know what's going on in there. I'm not angry, by the way. I'm just trying to talk loud and voice first so you guys will hear my audio. But so don't give me that, what if I came in and filmed you and your family? I'd beat your ass. But if you came to my workplace and started filming, I would be like, hello, Mom. Hey, wifey. And I'd go back to work. I wouldn't care. I'd be like, hey, wifey. And go back to work. Because I know you have a right to come film my building and film me where I work and film all of you. You have a right to do that. So come on. Moving on. So he goes on to say, where was I? They won't tell you why they are there and will not ID themselves to you. It's none of your freaking business why I'm there. And no, and I'm going just by my state, and most states, or a lot of states have the same similar laws. In California, I do not have to give you my identification unless you suspect me of committing a crime, or I have committed a crime, or it appears that I'm about to commit a crime. In other words, if it's a jewelry store at 2 in the morning, I'm standing there with a crowbar looking around and looking at the door, you have a right to identify. What the hell are you doing, buddy? Oh, my car broke down. I got to go pull the rims off, the hubcap off. In front of the jewelry store? Where's your car? So that's the about to commit a crime thing. But that's just a situational thing. But I don't have to give you my identification. Do you just walk up to the tourists that are taking pictures in the park and go, hey, give me your ID. You're taking pictures in public. Hey, what are you doing over there? No, so why would you do it to a guy filming a police station or filming? Well, in this day and age, people are doing shootings in bars, schools, concert halls, but people are still going to concerts. People are still going in the bars. This fear-mongering has got to stop because it's causing people to give up their liberties and give up their freedoms in the name of, I want to be secure in this day and age. You know what happened in Iraq, and it might still go on, but I'm talking back in the Saddam Hussein days. You know what happened in Iraq? Saddam Hussein said, see something, say something. And so people were telling on grandpa, people were telling on the neighbor, people were telling on cousin Habib, hey, this is going on, and the Iraqi police were coming and pulling them out of their homes in the middle of the night. You know why? See something, say something. And that's what's happening in America. People are saying, see something, say something. And African American men are being arrested for taking their own car simply because they checked the battery in the morning and closed the hood, and people are going, what's that black guy doing in that car right there? He's got the hood open. Yeah, he's checking his battery and cables and stuff. He's going to work. But the cops get called. Do they go, hey, is this your car? No, they go, get on the ground, get on the ground. We got a call about you stealing a car. It's my car. But see something, say something. So we don't have to tell you what we're doing. It's not your business. And we don't have to ID unless we're suspected of a crime. Moving on. Maybe they curse at you and will tell you that they own you because they at some time might have given you something. Yeah, it's called tax money. But, and there are auditors. Now I'm going to go through this. There are auditors I see that do cuss out the cops for no reason, or they'll joke with the cop. They'll like start insulting the police or making fun of the police. And those auditors make me a little uncomfortable. They are. It's uncomfortable to watch auditors insulting and you know, making fun of the cops, trying to be joking and putting the cop down in public and saying stuff like, hey, Porky, get back to work, fatty, and stuff. And I don't know. I'm trying to work on myself more as well. I know I'm guilty a little bit of going over the top with profanity at cops and yelling at them. I'm trying to work on that. I've been trying to do better. However, I'm not going to say all, because I don't know, maybe I did make a mistake or time or two, I'm human, but most of my interactions where I'm cussing the cops out and I'm yelling at them, F you, pig, get back to work, tyrant pig. When I'm doing that, it's usually a cop that's come up to me and started trying to intimidate me or bully me or tell me to get out of here when I'm not breaking the law. I'm legally standing there doing a constitutionally protected activity. They're shining a flashlight in my face, put a spotlight in my face, I'll flip them off. So, it's in response. Again, you give what you get. You get what you give. If they're giving me grief because I don't like this guy doing this constitutionally protected activity, I'm going to harass this guy who's not breaking the law, who I have no authority over right now because he's not breaking the law. He's just standing there legally filming, but I'm going to harass him and bully him and maybe give a little intimidation tactic to try to get him to go away. Yeah, I'm going to respond to that. And yeah, it might include some cursing. But do most of us auditors don't just go up and start cussing out the police. It doesn't work that way. Do we own them? Yeah, pretty much. They work for us. They're public servants to serve, to protect and serve the community. I think I've heard that somewhere before. In fact, I think I've read that on police cars. So yeah, we kind of own them. We pay taxes for them to have a position to fill, and now they work on our tax money. They need to serve us, the community, and not harass us, not bully us, not try to intimidate us. If I'm breaking the law, if I busted a car window and I'm trying to grab something out of the car, I can understand a cop coming up and grabbing me or beating my ass if I swing back on him. Okay, hey, I'm breaking the law and I'm acting like an asshole. But if I'm standing there legally filming, not breaking one law, he has no right to push his authority onto me and then make up stuff. You're trespassing. See that sign? Well, I'm over here on public property. I'm on the city property right now. Yeah, but that sign 10 feet over there says no trespassing. Yeah, for over there. But they make up shit. Well, I could arrest you for trespassing. Well, then do it. And the cop walked away. So let's move on. These auditors, wink, wink, he does it again, will sometimes go into the police station's parking lot and film the police cars and those going and coming in and out. I don't know a lot of auditors that go into the police station's parking lots. Unless you're talking about the visitor public parking lot. I can understand that. But to go back into the parking lot where the police cars are, I know very few auditors that have done that. Okay, and I know most auditors try to stay out of the police parking area because it's police officers only. And it says law enforcement only and all that. But, so I don't know what you're talking about there. But Do we film police cars coming and going? You're damn straight we do. They're our cars. We pay taxes for that stuff. We own that stuff through our tax monies. So yeah, we film them coming and going. If the cop comes out and goes, "What are you doing, man? Film that." Oh, protect and serve. You're serving all right. You're serving a middle finger to a guy who's legally filming. Or they jump out of the car like they did to High Desert Community Watch. 4 guys jumped out of the car. They looked like Vatos from the East LA Crips, man. They were like, "Yeah, hey, what are you doing on the sidewalk?" It's like, whoa. 4 cops. Instead of getting out and going, "How you doing, sir? How you doing? Do you have any questions? I mean, you're filming. Are you a journalist? Can we answer anything for you?" That's to protect and serve. No, they jumped out of the car looking like they were about to give him a beat down. I was like, whoa, look at this shit. That's why we film the cars coming and going, because those cops need to be put on YouTube. People need to see their faces. You see them on the street, you go, all right, act right. This cop's a gangster. Watch out. He's a thug. Watch it. Thug life. That's why we film cars coming and going. We're making sure that these cops are respectful and professional and know what public customer service is. You say, who gave you that right? I did when I paid taxes for that. Moving on. Over down here. This is just for imitations. This is just for imitations purposes. And then this too goes on YouTube. Imitations purposes. What is he talking about? This is just for imitations purposes. And then this too goes on YouTube to make you think that they are doing something wrong. Well, when they jump out of the car like, Blue Line Gang from, I don't know, Olivera Street, yeah. Yeah, they're doing something wrong. They're not acting professionally. Again, ask yourselves this. I'm halfway through, by the way. I'm trying to get through it. Again, ask yourselves this. How many undercover agents have these auditors, wink, wink, compromised? Well, you know what? Here's the thing. If an undercover agent comes up to you and goes, "I'm an undercover agent," whose fault is that? And if the undercover agent is out there in public where he can get filmed, that's his fault. If you're an undercover, if you're a UC, then you should probably not be walking around in public in front of the police station or in front of the FBI office. You're a UC. And these drug guys want to keep an eye on the cops. Where do you think they're going to be parked? In front of the police station. No, if an undercover gets busted, that's his fault. Sorry. I don't know if they still do it, but I saw a thing. I used to watch this thing in Miami. What was it called? It was about Miami cops, and there was a drug force team, and they were going, it was, I think, 1 or 2 seasons, and they were going around and doing drug busts all throughout Miami. And you know what the UC guys wore? A ski mask with just eye holes. That's all they had, eye holes, and a little hole right here. That's all they had, the UC guys. Just saying. Maybe they can get a Jason mask or something. Moving on. So when these auditors, wink, wink, every time he says auditors, it's wink, wink. When these auditors go into courthouse buildings and they scare off witnesses because they are so frightened to testify in the first place, and now they are being filmed. They don't go film witnesses. They film lobbies and court documents. You know where if you have a witness, somebody that's literally a witness that's going to testify, you know where they go into? The side or the back. They don't walk up the front. "Hi, I'm testifying against, Hi, I'm here to testify against El Chapo." No, they go through the side or the back. You don't even see those high-profile witnesses. Jurors, they have a jury entrance in the back. So that's a moot point. Moving on. Yeah, doobie-doobie-doo. Had to get a doobie-doo in there. So look at this. These auditors, wink, wink, I have to say that because he's put that, can also compromise any undercover agents that got caught on film going in and out of the station and may get murdered because of this. Undercover agents don't just walk in the front of the police station. Just to let you know, they go in the back. In fact, most cops go in through the back. Just letting you know. I'm just letting you know. Yucaipa PD, they don't even go in the front most times. I mean, every now and then, if a officer needs to run in and grab something, they'll park in the front and he'll go through the front door. But most times, like Yucaipa police, they go around back, the gate opens, they drive in the back, they park, and there's a little door they put the key in, or maybe they have a key code. But they go in that little back door there you go. You say, well, you can film them doing that. I don't know, just saying. Number 2. Now, finally we get to number 2. That was number 1. By the way, that was number 1. We're getting to number 2. If you are still watching, thank you. God bless you. Number 2. They also go into unemployment agencies and film there. I've never been in an unemployment office in my life for filming. In fact, I don't think I've ever been in an unemployment office ever. I was unemployed when I got out of the Army. I received UI, but I did it online and I just started getting mail and checks. But I've never filmed in an unemployment office. But even if you did, tax money goes to that. It's part of your tax money. California, the Employment Development Department does accept tax money or government funds. It is government funded. But going on. So imagine that you were in there when these auditor, wink, wink, came in. Wouldn't it be this auditor? It is bad enough that you lost your job, but now this, it adds insult to injury. And that's the one thing I'm going to nail something. I'm going to say something real quick. I'll probably get judged, but that's why when I say when you go film the welfare offices, and you have every right to do an audit, and I've done a couple audits, other counties of these, and you go do like a welfare office, like the food stamps and all that. I do ask that you try not to film the people that are there, the customers that are there to get. Yes, you have the legal right to do that. No, you do not have an expectation of privacy in public. But I can tell you firsthand experience of people that I deal with on a daily basis that some of them are embarrassed to go in there, and they shouldn't be. Really, no, you shouldn't. If you receive CalFresh or SNAP, which is food stamps, you should not be ashamed. You paid taxes at some point to get those. Just get back what you paid into with your tax money. You need help. You need a little step up. Go get it. There's no shame in that game. However, a lot of them do feel shamed. So just don't, just out of respect, don't film those customers. Say, you know what? Because they're already like, oh my God, this guy's filming. This guy's going to put me on YouTube getting food stamps. And they already feel bad. So, but the employees and the guards and all of them, fair game. Okay? And I'm not telling you what to do like Felipe Hemming says, you do you, boo-boo. I'm just offering that, you know what, it's kind of out of respect. Now, other people on the street, yeah, you can film them. I'm not saying don't film people on the street. You have no expectation of privacy in public. I'm just saying directly, most directly, specifically, people that are going to get government aid, welfare aid. They just already feel bad. So that was kind of a good point. But we're going to number 3. Number 3, they also go to military bases, utility military contracting places. Yeah, we pay taxes for that stuff. Matters of public interest. This can give our enemies vital information for an attack. Oh yeah, I'm sure that the KGB and them are sitting around watching YouTube going, hey, Joseph, look, Ivan, it's the front gate of the military base in 29 Palms, California. It's the Marine base. Ha! Yet! I don't know, man. Man, come on. Giving the enemies vital information of what? The front gate? Cars going in and out? Dude, you can go to Google Maps, or not Google, Google Earth. Go to Google Earth and you can see the layout of the military installation. I think it's done at Esri actually, out here in Redlands, California. I think Esri does Google search and all that. Or not Google search, Google Earth. But you can go to Google Earth and you can see the layout of the installation. What are you talking about? Walter, wake up. Oh my God. So moving on. Think about this, he goes on. Think about this. What if some group wanted to attack these places? They're going to attack anyway. We don't even have to film it. They're going to do it. No auditors filmed any of the I was going to say the Twin Towers, but boy, that's going to open up a freaking conspiracy theory can of worms. But they were attacked anyway. But what I'm saying is, they're going to attack anyway. I was going to use the Twin Towers and go say no auditors film there, but they still got attacked, but I'm going to open a whole can of worms there. But no, they're going to do it anyway. It don't matter if we audit, film, don't film, record, don't record. They're going to do it. You think terrorists are sitting around going, hey, Yeltsin, where is the YouTube video from the First Amendment audit from Fort Knox? Huh? You think people are sitting around asking where the YouTube video is for Camp Pendleton, California? Well, Camp Pendleton, we are going to go there. We need a YouTube video. Right. No. Walter. So I go on. I'm moving on. I got to hurry, guys. I'm sorry this is so long, but God bless you for listening. This guy, okay, I already read that. Think about this. He says it again. Think about this. Oh, no, I already did that, right? Oh, no. Oh, he says, think about this again, I think. I don't know. I'm lost. Think about this. What if some group wanted to attack this place? Yeah, I read that. Maybe your family member works there or serves there. So, maybe they do. Maybe they can get me some good prices at AFES. Now bad people have times, days that these members are there, and when the best time of attack is. Guys, they already know that. They don't need us for that information. They already know that. What are you talking about, Walter? I sound like I'm addressing Al Pacino in Two for the Money. Walter! I'm sorry, I'm a movie buff. When they attack, he's going on, it is because of the surveillance work of the auditors have done. When they attack, it's because of the First Amendment auditors' surveillance work. Walter, people that are going to attack these places do their own surveillance. They could give a fat frog's fanny less what we film. They do their own surveillance. They get blueprints. They do Google Earth. They even, through sex or gambling or extortion or some other blackmail, they get people that do work there to give up the information. I was in the army, I know that. In Germany, they used to use sex. They'd have these women that would go pick up these soldiers, and they'd say, hey, take me home, soldier. Hey, army boy, take me. And then they'd start asking them, what do you do? Where do you work at? Oh, you work, oh, is that security? Really secure? You work in the G2 security. Oh, okay. Do you have like plans and stuff? What do you do? And they gain intelligence that way through sex. So my point is, they don't need a First Amendment auditor to go do surveillance work. Man, these people are professionals at what they do. They don't need us. Come on, Walter, you're killing me here. So moving on, Walter says, don't believe me. Do your own research on these auditors. Wink, wink. We don't believe you, Walter. Watch these videos with an objective mind. Yeah, you should watch every video with an objective mind. Every single cop watch, every single First Amendment audit, you should have an objective mind. You should never watch with, that's how it is. You should always watch and kind of gauge it. I don't agree with every First Amendment auditor's videos. I don't agree with every cop watch videos. I don't even agree sometimes with mine when I make mistakes and go, I need to work on that. I'm going to tweak it. But so never go into it with that's how it is. Watch the whole thing, then make up your mind. That should be, Walter, that's how it should be on every single thing you do. Not just videos, but political news and newspapers and whatever, you know. Life. You should be objective in life. And just analyze and research and, you know. What was that? Looked like I'm standing in front of Dolly Parton. But that's what you should do in life, Walter. So moving on. Thank you. God bless you guys for watching. I'm almost done too. We're got like 2 lines left. He goes on to say, watch these videos with an objective mind and ask yourselves why these people are not investigating other things if they really are the press or journalists. Because they don't want to. We are auditors. We're cop watchers. Well, let me let you in on something, Walter. First of all, I do news on just about everything. But why am I centered on auditing and cop watching? Let me let you in on something, Walter. You have sports journalists. They investigate sports. You have political journalists. They investigate the White House and Senate and House of Representatives and, you know, the Supreme Court. And then you have, maybe you have criminal journalists who investigate, you know, police corruption or, you know, maybe union corruption with the Teamsters or what have you. Or I just use the Teamsters off the top of my head because of Jimmy Hoffa. But you have, you know, you have journalists a lot of times are focused on one thing. That makes them a specialist of one thing. A journalist and a press member isn't just somebody who, I research everything. Man, your brain would explode. A lot of times journalists, and not just freelance journalists, but mainstream media, all journalists, will focus themselves on the one thing and say, this is what I am. I'm a political journalist, or I'm a sports journalist, or I'm a union corruption journalist, I'm whatever. And that's what they investigate. So you say, why don't they investigate other things? Because we're not interested in other things. We're interested in the corruption and unprofessionalism of law enforcement officers and public officials. That's what we're centered on. That's what we're looking at, Walter. We don't care about other stuff. Although you'll hear me do football editorials, football blogs, or, you know, I go do car crashes. I do other stuff. But why a lot of times are auditors centered on this one thing? Because that's what, my gimbal's about to die. It looks like it's flashing. That's what that's their interest. That's their category of interest, right? Moving on. We're almost done. I'm going to like it the last second or third to the last sentence. Some, if most of them, some if not most of them, will come right out and tell you in the video that they are going after the pigs. Well, we are going after the pigs. Because if a law enforcement officer is going to come up to you when you're just legally standing there, constitutionally filming, not breaking any laws, and he's going to come up and get in your face and point and go off on you and say, I will arrest you if you don't move back with that camera. And you're like 30 feet away from the car they're searching. That guy is a pig. You know why he's a pig? Because pigs can't stay in their own lane. Oh yeah, I used to be in animal control, and we had some pigs in Yucaipa always running down the street. They could never stay in their own yard. Always running down the street, always out of their own lane. And that's what, when cops get out of their lane, when they get out of their yard, and they go and try to harass and intimidate a law-abiding citizen, they're pigs. They've left their own yard. They've left their lane. They're running free, doing what they want. Screw everybody. And that's what those pigs were. And literally pigs. They were potbellies. They were just running down the street, running in front of cars, whatever. Hey, hallelujah, I'm free, I'll do what I want. When cops do that, they're acting like those potbelly pigs. They're running free, doing what they want. Hallelujah and hell to you. I don't care if you're a law-abiding citizen. And that's why we call them pigs. Because they're just running free, doing what they want, just like a potbelly. They don't care about their yard, their own lane, what they're supposed to be focused on. They're doing whatever the hell they want. Screw everybody. Moving on. Now, not all cops are pigs. Please, I want to define that. A lot of cops they're perfect cordial. They'll say, hey, what's up, buddy? Hey, how you doing, sir? Stay safe. Thank you. You too. Have a good day. A lot of cops will do that. and they are law enforcement officers. But the ones who try to bully you and harass you when you're not breaking any laws, you're law-abiding, are pigs. Those ones, specifically. Moving on, I'm at the last sentence. This is the last one. Does this sound like they have your interest at heart or theirs, or just trying to cause distrust and division among the public against these agencies? No, they're trying to show you the unprofessionalism and lack of customer service of those specific law enforcement officers that act up in front of a camera. Can you imagine what they do when there's no camera around? If they don't care about the camera, what do they do when there's no camera? I don't even want to think about that. So no, we're not trying to cause distrust, okay, or division. We're simply saying, this guy needs training. This guy needs some people skills. And hopefully the lieutenant, the captain, the chief, the sheriff, the mayor, the county supervisors, whoever will see that video and go, maybe the county supervisors will call the sheriff and go, hey, you got this deputy on here acting like an asshole. He's not representing our county very well. Think we can do something about that? Thank you. There was some cops chasing a guy on a horse here in San Bernardino County. He was on his horse. And allegedly, well, I'm going to say allegedly, but it was caught on camera. They beat the shit out of this guy. And it was caught on camera, and the guy won a lawsuit. Think if no cameras were there to film that incident. Would he have still won the lawsuit? Would that still have gone the way it went? You have to ask yourself that. And I'm not going to, you do your own research on that one, but that happened. The guy got pulled, they were chasing him on a horse. It was up in High Desert Community Watches area, and he was out in the desert, and they got him, and they beat the shit out of that guy. And he won a lawsuit. What if no cameras had filmed that incident? And I'm not accusing the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department of corruption. I am not. I'm just asking a hypothetical. What if no cameras had filmed that? How would the police reports have read? Maybe the same way, maybe different. I don't know. But the cameras told that story. And News Now Yucaipa just told you this story. And I want to hear from you guys what you think in the comment section below. If you're still watching, God bless you. Now go out and get a triple mocha frap and let me know what you think about all this. Bye, Walter.